The city of Los Angeles is being sued over their licensing practices. An update from Governor Cuomo sounds grim for New York legalization. And we have a new deadline for Mexico's legalization process. It's Tuesday, April 21st, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
The Social Equity and Workers Association is suing the city of Los Angeles over first-come, first-served cannabis licensing. The city of Los Angeles, California is being sued by the Social Equity and Workers Association over its cannabis licensing process, the Los Angeles Times reports. The organization argues that the city's application process in September was flawed and unfairly implemented, and the lawsuit seeks to force the city to vet every single application turned in or roll out a new process that allows an equal, fair, and transparent opportunity. The lawsuit documents are quoted as saying, "Fundamental to any fair race is that the competitors must start at the same time, or at the very least be given accurate information about when the race will begin. The record demonstrates that this did not occur." The lawsuit is referring to a story we covered previously of how back in September, Los Angeles opened up another 100 cannabis licenses on a first-come, first-served process. But it was later discovered that some started their applications prior to the launch time. An audit of the process by an independent party found that some applicants were able to access the system early, but concluded the city took reasonable and appropriate steps to prevent unfair advantages, including moving those applications back in line to where they would have been if they had begun the application process when the system opened. Kat Packer, executive director of the Department of Cannabis Regulation, released a report earlier this month addressing the audit and potential fixes to ensure fairness in the next round. Tightening social equity rules and giving shops shut out of the previous licensing round priority processing are among her recommendations.
New York to legalize cannabis via Zoom? Unlikely. According to Marijuana Moment, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said on Saturday that while lawmakers could theoretically pass cannabis legalization legislation remotely via online meeting software such as Zoom during the coronavirus pandemic, he wouldn't necessarily advise it because of the complex nature of the issue. During a press conference, the governor was asked about the prospects of legalizing cannabis amid the health crisis after the legislature failed to accomplish it in the state budget. He responded that it's totally up to them and noted that legislators are hard at work despite not being able to convene at the Capitol. From a taxpayer's point of view, if they think their assemblyperson or senator isn't working because they're not here, they have to think again, Cuomo said. They're working probably harder than they normally work. That said, adult use cannabis legalization could prove too complicated to tackle remotely, he indicated. A key lawmaker introduced a revised legalization bill last month, and while advocates had hoped its language could be inserted in the budget, it's possible that legislators could take it up as a standalone legislation even while they practice social distancing and legislate remotely. But the governor doesn't seem optimistic about that possibility.
There's a new deadline set for Mexico's legalization of cannabis. According to Hemp Industry Daily, Mexican lawmakers now have until December 15th of this year to legalize cannabis and hemp, a new deadline set by the country's Supreme Court in light of the coronavirus outbreak. Late Friday, the Supreme Court announced the new deadline for legalization to happen during the lawmakers' next scheduled session, which runs September 1st to December 15th. Only weeks ago, it appeared Mexico was on the verge of becoming the world's most populous country to legalize cannabis and hemp. But, as is the case for so many of us around the world, the COVID-19 pandemic changed everything. Lawmakers packed their bags in late March after racing against the clock to act by April 30th, the previous deadline set by the court. Before COVID sent lawmakers home, a majority of senators approved a legalization bill in committee, an important step because there had to be consensus from all political parties.
And that was today's Morning Buzz. Come see what industry professionals are saying and join the conversation with the cannabis community at trichomes.com. Our beta is now open, so be sure to sign up. It's free.
And be sure to keep up with us on all social media platforms. You can also subscribe to our podcast and the TRICHOMES YouTube channel for daily content. My name is Allison Ben-Yehuda.
My name is David Fortin. Take care.